Good morning, everyone. This is Kimberly McKinney. Wonderful Wednesday. Interesting topic today that I want to talk about, and I hope you guys are going to tune in. So, invite other people to these lives, please. Share, and invite individuals to this live. I think it is very important that this is my way of giving some information to the community, and I really have an interesting topic on this morning. This is Kimberly. So you gotta excuse me. Excuse me. So, okay. So listen, there was an announcement that was made on yesterday that went out to the masses that there is a $30 million taxpayer fund that has been established to supply drug paraphernalia to underserved communities. They're saying this is citing that when drugs are in use, it may reduce the spread of HIV, STIs, hepatitis, herpes, and other diseases from those that are addicts. I'm going to share my screen because I have an article here that I wanted to pull up and go over with it with you guys so that you can actually also see this as well. The article comes from Times News. Comes from Times News. And it has a little information about this whole debacle. So, this definitely has to with this is just interesting, y'all. All right, so let me scroll this off to the Times News. It says reports of Biden's taxpayer funded crack pipes draw scrutiny. So, of course, the picture, they're saying this is a 1989 picture of someone dividing the contents of crack cocaine to ingest it. So it says the Center Square reports of a new Biden administration grant program has drawn widespread criticism for its efforts to reduce the spread of disease by providing crack pipes at taxpayer expense. It says the application window for the $30 million harm reduction program grant closed Monday. The 3-year grant program was funded through President Joe Biden's American Rescue Plan. The $1.9 trillion COVID-19 relief bill pushed through by Democrats in March of last year. It specifically outlines syringes and safe smoking kits / supplies as an approved use of federal funds. Wow. Syringes, smoking crack pipe supplies approved by the federal. The purpose of the program is to support community-based overdose prevention programs, syringe services programs, and other harm reduction services, the grant said. Funding will be used to enhance overdose and other types of prevention activities to help control the spread of infectious diseases and consequences such as such diseases for individuals with or at risk of developing substance use disorders. Um, okay. The kits in question will include smoking any illicit substance such as methamphetamine or crack cocaine. Some cities have experimented with distributing smoking kits, but federal distribution of illicit smoking devices are a new controversial step. It says the program is designed to prevent the spread of certain diseases when users share crack pipes, especially when those pipes are cracked or broken. Um, Smoking crack can lead to open sores, burns, or cuts on the lips, which can transfer blood to a crack pipe, said the North Carolina Harm Reduction Coalition. If the pipe is shared, even a speck of infected blood can transmit hepatitis C. People who smoke crack, like everyone else, like to have sex. When you smoke crack, it often decreases your inhibitions and decreases condom negotiation skills, which can increase exposure to HIV, STIs, and hepatitis. Okay. People who smoke crack, like everyone else, like to have sex. When you smoke crack, it often decreases your inhibitions and decreases condom negotiation skills, which can increase exposure to HIV, STIs, and hepatitis. Oh, Biden sending free meth and crack pipes to minority communities in the name of racial equity. There is no end in sight for this lunacy. I'm just as confused. Oh my God, I'm just as confused. This, I don't get it. So you're saying that to reduce the spread, or maybe I'm getting this wrong, but to reduce the spread of HIV, STIs, hepatitis, herpes, all of these sexually transmitted diseases, that you are going to prevent them by putting drug paraphernalia in minority communities to reduce the spread of sexual activity diseases. Guys, this is why this is why we need prevention, because if people had better access to things, this right here wouldn't this wouldn't fly, because we would have more control over how we spend our money, how we protect our communities. See, we cannot always depend on governmental assistance. We can't depend on government systems. You can't rely on those systems. This is just mind boggling. And then you want to put it in underserved communities, which are majority African American communities. If you are African American and you are watching this live, this should spark some concern. This right here should make you even more cognizant of the things that you do. Lifestyle, financially, spiritually, physically. This is important, guys. Like this, I can't like I this is the first time I'm kind of like speechless on one of my lives. But this is so monumental to why it is important that you begin to really take evaluation of the things in which you do, how you do them, how you go about doing them. Research, very important. I just wanted to share this article with you. This is why I talk about cryptocurrency. This is why these are all this stuff is interconnected. This is why I spend time talking about these types of subjects, because there's no freedom like the present, that you obtain freedom. Because basically what this is basically keeping you in bondage. It's keeping you in bondage financially. It's keeping you in bondage physically. It's keeping you in bondage mentally and even spiritually. But mentally and financially, those are the attacks. The physical and the financial. Those are attacks on your physical, mental, and your financial stability. That's an attack. That is an attack on your financial. Because if you accept that, we already know that individuals who are drug addicts, they use their money to supply their habits. It is also a mental thing too, because if they know that they have money to their weakness, then that's where they're going to spend their money on. And a lot of times it's really not a whole lot of money, guys. But I mean, also you can run the risk if you are a person who can function, who has money, and you're a functioning addict where you have plenty of income, plenty of revenue, and you still spending it on those things, then that's a play on that. Really is a play on both, but it's a play on both your on you and your mind. That's on you. But to increasingly place you in an area of bondage, and that's bondage. Just no way around it. That is bondage. And the role and the purpose is to get you out of bondage. The purpose is to help you in your mind, your mindset. The purpose is to change your mindset, not keep you stagnant, not keep you strapped. The purpose is to move you forward, not keep you back. This is why I talk about cryptocurrency. This is why I talk about getting yourself to a point where you need to learn how to fish, meaning you need to learn how to get your money. First of all, your ancestors is a part of this whole entire process in which this world revolves, in which this world operates, on the backs of your ancestors. And you're not even taking advantage of it. Your ancestors were part of were the trade, the slave trade. And everything built from that to what it is now because of the backs of your ancestors. Now, if you're not learning to find out how you can maximize the financial, this $9-10 trillion market, then shame on you. You got to learn it. This is your 40 acres and a mule when you accessing the world markets. It takes time. It does. But it's so worth it. Because stuff like this, when you're talking about crack pipes to underserved communities, when you're issuing crack pipes to underserved communities, minority communities, that's mind-boggling. Like, serious, is this time to wake up? It is time to wake up. Like, you should have been woke. It's time to wake up, get up, brush your teeth, get out of bed, stop sleeping, get off of Netflix, get off of Hulu, get off of Disney Plus, get off of those things. Find out what's going on in your community. Find out what's going on in with the way things are operating. Look, stuff is going to continue to move. Stuff is going to continue to progress forward. You're going to continue to see absurd articles about certain things, and we can't turn a deaf ear to it. So you're going to have to definitely watch as well as pray. Guys, thank you for the opportunity, the time. I don't really have a whole lot of time to go over my back office. I've done this enough. I'm on here every single day. You guys know how to reach out to me. You know how to inbox me to have you to share more information with you. You already know about that. I do that enough. I show you my back office, how I learned to trade, how I'm able to read charts, how I'm able to analyze charts. That's what we do over here on this side. We show you and teach you how to fish for yourself. We show you and teach you how to get it for yourself where you don't have to depend on other people. But the fact is, a lot of you don't want to sit down. You don't want to take the time to learn. And then we keep hearing absurd articles. We keep hearing conflicting articles about things that are happening government wise, whereas we still have no power. We still have no purchasing power. We still have, no say so or no influence, no mega influence on how things to, for things to come. These things that are in our eyesight. We still not do anything. We still sit by and sit on the sidelines and not do anything, not say anything. And then when it comes to certain tables that need to be sat down, sat at or sat in, there's no percentage. There's a very small to 0% of people of color that sits at those tables. But we want to get on Netflix. We want to encourage and refer people to watch this show and watch this show. And then we want to say, man, I binge watched on this show on Netflix, and man, y'all need to go back and watch it. And y'all referring other people to go watch Netflix, and Netflix is not paying you a dime. They're not giving you any type of residual income for watching their shows. Guess what? They're taking your money. They're taking your monthly subscription money every single month. And then we have crazy articles coming out like this talking about a 30 million tax paying fund to put crack pipes in underserved minority communities. I mean, I'm not fussing, but perspective, period. We're going to a white establishment and we won't even question. Ask them for discounts, but you have your own fellow person or one person that you know that's probably in the same industry, and you won't even support them. And then you're going to go back and complain And I know sometimes there's certain things that is not done right, but this right here, to put crack pipes in the community, I mean, I don't really fully understand the full reasoning behind that. It'll be interesting to know. I just need, I mean, I'm reading off of the articles, but it'll be interesting to know how deep that thing goes. If you're willing to spend taxpayer money to help really enable a person to stay on drugs, you're enabling them to stay on drugs. You're enabling them to continue to take crack, ingest crack in their bodies. You are enabling people on meth, and they mention meth, but for the most part, everything is going into the what? Minority communities. And there are some white minority communities. Well, um, there are some brackets of Caucasian communities that that are underserved. Let's say that, but still, but still. All right, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. That's just baffling to me. Guys, again, whoever that's watching, I hope you guys, go back and watch this. You want to know, if you truly want to learn, if you truly think you are qualified to change your financial life, to take the time to study to show yourself approved, to take the time to grow your income, to take the time. This ain't something that I'm saying, your hand is gonna be held, but then at some point you're gonna have to fish. But you're gonna have all the resources, all the tools, everything that you need in order to fish. You're not just gonna get out on the boat. You're not gonna have a rod. You're not just gonna be sitting there and just expecting you're gonna catch a fish with your hand. Although some people can do that. But you're going to have the resources. You're going to have the clickbait. You're going to have the fishing rod. You're going to have whatever resources that you need in this journey as an acronym to help you financially on this financial journey. You already know what it is. You can DM me. You can reach out to me. You can say, Kimberly, I would like to know more about how to train. Plus, we have it on sale, guys. So the tools and the resources are on sale. If you have an issue with spending $185 for financial education, then you really need to be a part of this. If that's an issue, if giving away $185 is an issue to help you learn not a $9 trillion market that you have access to, that you can make money out of every single day, then you definitely need to be a part of this. We spend $185 a day. Sometimes I spend $185 or $300 in a day on things, bills, food, gas. You can get rid of that money so quickly. But what if you said to yourself today, no, I'm gonna sacrifice this amount. I'm gonna put this money aside, and I'm gonna reach out to Kimberly, and I'm going to ask her, what can I do to get started? What can I learn? Can I learn foreign exchange? That's only $185. You're going to have everything you need, plus instructors that's going to give you that. If you want to learn cryptocurrency, you want to learn more about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all these other coin projects that outpace inflation, the stock market, and all these other things, $185. And you're going to get everything pertaining to cryptocurrency, the educators, the tools, the resources, everything. If you say, I want to make my salary, my 2-week salary or my bi-weekly salary in 15 minutes or in a minute, guess what? It only costs you $185. $185. And you're going to have every piece of resources, every tools, and then some. Because we trade as a family with our community every Monday and Tuesday evenings at 9 o'clock. This is another additional way for you to make money in the markets, and it's exclusive to you. And if you want all three, and you say, I don't want to leave no money on the table. I want to learn crypto. I want additional 4 streams of income. Guess what? The cost of that is only $324. That's it, $324 to get started. You're going to spend thousands with other companies. But let me tell you the catch point to this one. What we use is number 1 in the world. Our software is the number 1 software in the entire world. Entire world. We have over approximately 400,000 families that are using these products. Products speak for itself. We're in over 120 countries. Who else is over in 120 countries? And we're touching the Asian. We just broke ground inside of the Asian markets. Have the top educators. That goal is to make sure that you're accurate on your trading and your investments. And they're 85 to 90% accurate, because we do understand that the market does its own thing, but the market moves based off of you. Good day, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. You are able to definitely get in touch with me. See you soon.